All right, we're gonna talk about one of my favorite things, what's in your range bag. So having a properly prepared range bag can not only save you time at the range during your practice sessions, but it's also going to help you if you're doing something like shooting a competitive shooting match where you don't really have time to run home because you forgot something. It can make or break your match placement and performance. So I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about some of the favorite things in my range bag and why I love them and how it can be helpful to you guys. So first things first is I have a bag kind of like this. It's got lots of compartments and it helps with storage and organization. If you've got a bigger duffel bag, that's fine, but you can just buy little, different compartments and containers to help you stay more organized. So first things first, I've gotten here is my pistol and my pistol rug. I've got my mag brush. This is really great if you're shooting at a range that's got, sandy surface, gravel surface, something like this. That's gonna help to brush out your mag so you don't end up getting malfunctions, getting, debris and sand and that kind of thing in your gun. One of the best tips I can give to you guys is preload your mags before you get to the range. Buy, as many mags as fits in your budget, and then preload those before you get to the range. You're gonna save yourself time while you're there. You're not gonna be spending all day, reloading your magazines, and you're gonna be able to spend that time putting rounds down range, learning things and practicing getting better. To that note, I get asked about this a lot. If you guys don't have one or haven't heard of these, the Uplulas are amazing. This saves me so much time, especially if I'm shooting a caliber like 40 where it's a little harder to load the magazines. You honestly, just nice flat hard surface, use this and you can quickly load a magazine in seconds. So this is a super invaluable tool. If you don't have one, get yourself one of these. These are great. I also like to, for some of the firearms that are a little bit more finicky, just take an old rag and basically one of the zip ties, and you can pull it through and clean out your magazines even a little bit better. It's always nice to have a variety of towels, things like that, to help whatever your range surfaces are, whatever issues that you may have come up. You're just gonna want to have those things to help if you're, dirt, mud, sand, all of those things. Next thing, my compartments is I always carry some wet wipes, some D-lead, ponchos, little cheap shower caps that you can get at your convenience store or at a hotel. This is great if you're at a match and it starts raining. I just pop a shower cap right over my holster and over my firearm. Firearm stays dry. You really want to keep moisture off your firearm, both with your shooting in a match or at the range, and also for rust on your firearm and corrosion. Next thing is you want to always make sure that you've got some sort of toolkit with you. Again, if you're shooting a match or you're at the range, you don't want to have to drive all the way home and your session's over because you don't have the proper tools to do a small little fix or even sight adjustment. So I love this one. It's got every different kind of head that you need and just pops right out. It's small, it's compact, it fits great in my bag. Most common parts. Know your firearm. Keep, logs of how many rounds you have on your extractor, things like that. So that if you know that something's getting to the end of its life, you've got extras with you. I always keep a lighter and some extra fiber. Front sights love to break those little fibers, especially depending on the caliber that you're shooting. You always want to have some sort of tool to be able to kind of snap that, replace your fiber so that you can continue on with either your practice session or your match. The next thing that I have is I always keep some gloves on me. This is gonna help if you're moving around maybe old rusty range equipment, you're moving wooden lath, props, things like that. This is gonna help to protect your hands. You've got staples and things, and then just be more effective overall for that. I also keep a light rangefinder with me. This is great. Again, if you're gonna keep your range journal and you're setting up metrics, you need to know what your given distances are. So this is a really invaluable tool as well. I use this all the time, again, whether it's for practice or matches. One of my favorite little compartments, my little gun maintenance compartment over here. So I've got everything from oil to CLP to a bore snake, lots and lots and lots of sunscreen. If you're shooting a match or out at the range, sunscreen, bug spray. This is huge, especially, you know, traveling around the country, shooting matches. I cannot tell you how invaluable that is for your comfort and being able to focus on your match performance or on your practice. Got things like ear protection, eye protection. One of my other little favorites, I absolutely love this stuff. This is Pistol Pro Grip. It's basically just liquid chalk. This is something that really helped me to maintain that grip that we talk about building, especially if I'm shooting a caliber such as 40. You know, it's got a little bit more recoil, and this really helps keep that support hand on the gun and helps me maintain my grip throughout shooting. So this stuff is awesome. And then the last thing, again, aside from even more sunscreen and bug spray, is I always keep some amount of snacks and water. You need to stay hydrated, and you need to make sure that you maintain a solid blood sugar, especially if you're in, you know, really hot weather, really cold weather. Those things can start to really zap you, and then you're not focused on your match performance or your practice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is my range bag, and hopefully I've given you some new tips or ideas for things that you can incorporate into your bag and help make you more effective during practice or matches.